touch with ourselves, right? So we did those few minutes of breath, but it's really important to like doing the centering and coming seize in seize, sitting, and coming as close as possible uh, to the person receiving. So opening through, anything that I should be aware of. Good, awesome. So remember that, like, you check with each other for things like, because you're not really seeing skin, so if there's any bruises, any scars, any moles, any types of things that the person needs to alert you. So centering. Message of, may you receive what you need to receive from the session, right? So turning, and the first step is to place hands at the hara and just getting positioned, a light touch as I feel her breath who's moving my hands, right? And then we proceed with mother hand and son hand. And what is this called? Kambiking, right? Just a gentle kambiking. See me now leaving the body, right? So mother hand stays at the hara. Son hand is doing the kambiking, and I'm just seeing like how a movement is taking place. Then comes positioning for my palming, right? See, I'm getting myself positioned. The mother hand stays at the hara. Son hand is increasing the pressure. Where you deviate from palming at that pass, it's really at stomach 41, and then second toe at 45. Sweeping through, and now I begin to do my second palming. Third palm. Okay, there's a lot of points I just want to add, right? There's a lot of points at the right on the foot that really work calming the mind to get to the second toe at 45. So when we do thumbing, you can do some of that. Now I'm ready to move. My mother hand becomes at stomach 31, and I'm palpating and I'm pressing the 2 points, right? And this is really to give me the ability to put my knee right on the. Now notice my movement, right? I'm there holding my knee as the mother knee. My left hand becomes also a mother hand, and now my son hand starts to do the thumbing down the channel. 2. Okay, one side, did 3 passes, 3 thumbing down the channel, holding the channel open with that 31, 34, 36. I remove my knee, but look at my hands. I'm hugging the knee, right? And the purpose for that is because I'm going to lift, coming here, putting the knee on putting the foot on my hara, and doing some hip rotations. So here we adjust according to mobility. If you can place the foot and really use your hara, you can do that. You can guide the rotation. So depending upon, there's some people that are very tight on their hips, right? So the mobility would be a lot less, right? So Joanne is really, we can kind of hang in there, right? Here's another, I told you that I would give you adjustments, like if you feel uncomfortable using your body. May I have the pillow, Chelsea, if you don't mind? Thank you. So you could use the placement of a pillow on you, and now the contact is a lot less. Okay? So that's also a form of doing this. So a couple of hip rotations, and now I'm coming, stretching the channel, and the foot now is in at my hara. I got the channel. And here another thing, here's where it gets a little bit tricky, is you're on the outside of the channel. Like last week, if you remember, you were doing the rotations from the inside. And so I just want to so if you can do a little bit of your own movement, much better. So getting that stomach 41, you can do some thumbing here, there. You can do some palm friction on the bottom, and we're getting to prepare for our movement of the spleen channel. So coming back up, getting my rotation in place. And now I'm going to position in, actually let me repeat that. A little bit more smoothing, see? Because I want you to get like the best of my work, right? So I'm here, right? Let's do the rotation to place the knee for spleen work. So I'm going to add spleen 3 with my thumb. Come to the rotation, and now I have the person spleen 3, and I open them up. I support them with my knee, and they're open. Their channel is open while I'm still supporting there. I can throw it into a palming, but it's a much better support with a thumb. Now I'm going to walk the channel. And by walking, I mean palming, right? Sweep it down. Okay, the reason why I moved my knee to support this, so I'm kind of working my body, my whole body, doing the treatment. You'll see that sometimes if your body is far away from your work, then the person is liable to do this. You know what I mean? So it kind of carries away. So you want to get them as tucked in as possible, and then you can really work palming. and then thumbing. Now, once I want to deliver nice and strong spleen 6, I can hold spleen 6 strongly, and now either palm or thumb up.
The mother hand is always.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can use I'm always with spleen 6, as I said, especially with females. I like to, rather than I'm thumbing right away, I thumb, I prepare it by palming, and then I go in and thumb. So it's a very smooth way of going to that sea of nourishment in a gentle way. So that's not like that jolt, like, ooh, ow, that hurts, you know? So I can thumb. Slide thumb. Good. And now I'm ready to lift the knees, support it, come to the rotation. Get one. Do a little jolting so that we're getting ready to get to the other. I can do a little, this is something that I'll show you different ways, but one way is to bend one leg, bend the other, bring it up, place the feet, get one leg on the side, rotate, rotate, rotate. Clip the ankles right there and do a little beaking down the back. Over to the side.
What happens to the client's arm when you bring it over?
You can move it out of the way. Like, we can do that if it's. Sometimes the person does it on their own. If they're like bothered, sometimes it's just like, oh, it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of giving her more support so that her sacrum is lifting. Lower back, getting off. Now, here's the, obviously with Joanne, she's extremely flexible, right? So not a difficult. What happens is when you're working with people that have difficulties in doing that, then it becomes a much harder thing to do. One other thing that I forgot to give you, like, because there are stretches, is the spleen stretch. So when we're here, and I lift it in order to go rotate, I can bring it back to the spleen and do a cross pull. So what you'll see is that the body, can you see the whole movement up to her head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a really great lower back freed. Also when I'm here, I can hold it just to complete this leg, because I don't want to go to the stomach and spleen channel on that side, and I can pull her this way. So I'm completely, and here, because I work the stomach channel, I can go below and pull and hold. I can clamp down and pull and hold, and just keep.
And you're doing that 3 times, right?
Hold and hold. So then, what I want to do is to get the body now to transfer to the other side. So I can come around, do a hip rotation. So hip rotations become kind of like how you move the hips, right? Get everything loose, bring the foot down, get that, contact the leg, get the spleen 3, and now coming back around to the stomach channel. Now, that's one way of doing the transfer. The other way, the one that I showed you where you're rotating the hips, is the best way. So let me show you that again. I'm in that side, right? I finish this leg, I bring it up, finish that leg, I bring it up.
Oh, okay.
See this?
Yeah.
So you want to put it here, you want to rotate that way, little kambiking, back up, this way. So the more the feet are up, the more flexion she gets. So, and it's actually easier on me to use my whole body, right? So this is a really fantastic way to get all that movement. And now here's where I get on the side that I haven't worked on. So I'm still holding her, one leg down, contact her hara, one leg is down, and that's the beautiful transition into the stomach channel. Now, because she's been, I mean, now you can start kambiking. There's nothing wrong with getting a little kambiking, but she's got all that stretch. Her body is already ready to get. So you remember, right? With palm, hand at the hara, getting my body. Now here, notice my rotation, right? So I want to follow the stomach channel. Her body is opening up to give me more like the in channels, right? What do? I rotate it. Sometimes I even support it with my own body. Okay? Back. And now I'm going to switch and prepare the body to receive that knee. Right? So I don't just jump from hara to knee, right? I'm holding the channel here, putting the adequate pressure. Remember that whole 20, 40, 60%, right? So nice and slowly to give me the ability to then move. Stomach 36, palming, thumbing. And this is great because Joanne's body wants to rotate the other way, right? So no problem. We're going to place that knee and then mother hand. I want to have a little bit of leverage that I'm going to use part of my weight to do the thumbing down the channel. Notice that my hand is above the knee, so always protect those joints, right? Second toe, palming, and thumbing.
Are you squeezing the second toe, or you?
Yeah, pretty much squeezing. Okay. Yeah. So 41 is really at the groove. So notice how I'm flexing, right? And then 44 up to 45. That second time. Good. Now I'm going to get ready to support her, but I'm facing down, right? I work down. Now I have to rotate because I'm doing hip rotations. So I'm gonna get my body ready. Remember, above the knee, below the knee. Got it at stomach 34, stomach 36, right? Just holding there. I'm gonna face her. So my whole rotation, so a lot happens here, is that I'm going to get ready, right? To do the hip rotation. Support her knee, up, comes up, and rotate. Now, because she's so nice and wide, I adjust my movement. So to give her even a bigger stretch. With her, I can come so my knee is really
Can you
close
come
to
in
her.
a little more, or that's it?
I'm feeling where she's,
Okay.
yeah, where let her body open
Okay.
to it. Yeah, I could, but we want to like not do, because there's some that you can actually cross stretch,
Right.
but then they would be doing something else in terms of the stretch, right? There, rotation, coming back up and stretching all the way down so I can sit and give her the foot rotation. I can do hara movement, can press at that 41, can get 41 and 45, or I can hold it at 45 and then thumb walk it to 45, sweep it, 41, thumb, come back to 41 and move. Good. Plantar flex. Good. Now I'm ready to come to do my spleen. So thumb is holding the spleen. Get her in rotation. And support my knee. Support the other. And now I'm ready to walk the channel. So here, again, I can use a pillow if it's too much. I adjust the clothing so that the sock is not rubbing really horribly on the body. And then palm.
Mother hands is in spleen 3.
Exactly. Mother thumb is like right on spleen 3. Holding it. Getting that pass through, palming. And so to save time, I'm going to now switch. Mother hand becomes at spleen 6. I'm gonna palm. And now ready to thumb, spleen 6, and thumb the channel. That cross stretch that I showed you before, I just learned. Lean back. Come back up. Rotation. And now, let's see, did the cross stretch. Oh, this one. Do the stomach. Good. Now we're ready to complete, right? So we did stomach, we did spleen. Now what's the last one? We're going to do a little sacral swing. So we bring both knees up. I can do this type of rotation. I'm going to come on one side of her, place my knee there, kind of there, and she's just, I'm lifting her with my hands or even my forearm. Her body gets off, just her sacrum. And then I do a little swing. So if I lift, I'm actually on my toe, on the ball of my foot, and just let her swing.
Have you ever run into a case where they're
So tall that I
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
that? Absolutely. Are you kidding? That's why there's all these different variations.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You only do, and also if there's, in terms of mass, in terms
Right.
of size, you never put yourselves at an injured. If that's the case, even this movement is really, really great. So you have them nice and tight, and you can lift so the sacrum is completely lifted. So the purposes of, we'll talk about, like, so just finishing up. So that would be a way then to bring legs down, there, and then back to the hara. Thank you, Joanne. Thanks so much for being your body.